All right, so thank you so much for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up our body, and then we will hop into a sequence of 26 postures and 2 yoga breathing exercises that I'm so happy to practice and share with you today. So for the sun salutes, you can come towards the top of your mat with your feet together. I'm going to stand back and show you in periphery. Take a moment, stand up nice and tall, chest lifted, shoulders down. Just starting to arrive in your yoga practice, on your mat, in this very real time and space. Bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, looking up as if you're saluting the sun. Exhale, stomach in, bend your knees, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to the floor, shoulder width distance, step back into a high plank or tabletop position. Stomach in, shoulders back. On your next exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor, or cobra pose with elbows bent and thighs on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. Bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then lift your heels up, press your heels down, making a nice V shape with your body. If down dog does not speak to you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen back into your halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, arms with your ears, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, back flat, hips over heels, spine long. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. If that lowering down motion does not work for you, go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your child's pose or down dog. Otherwise, take a vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale your up dog or cobra. Exhale your down dog or child's pose. So for down dog, spread your fingers wide. Notice if all of your weight is in your wrists. Root down through all 28 knuckles. Press down in the space between your index finger and thumb. Try to get your hips to the ceiling. Heels to the floor, spread your shoulders wide, hug your elbows in a little bit. Try to bring the shoulders down towards the ribs. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, knees can bend as you come up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Last one, inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can step or float back, lower down. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, down dog, your child's pose. Last down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. Keep your hands shoulder width distance, but you can separate your feet more. If that helps you, press your heels down. Lift your kneecaps up, bring your chin in slightly to your chest, look for your thighs behind you. Slow inhale, generating heat. Slow exhale, increasing circulation in the body. Inhale, look forward, you can step or float forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms with your ears, lift up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Wonderful, so that's our little warm up. We will now hop into our beloved 26 and 2 yoga sequence. You can come to the middle of your mat with your feet together. I'm gonna stand forward a little bit, feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. All 10 fingers underneath your chin like glue. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sailing head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, slowly push your head back, look way, way, way back for the wall behind you, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, use your chin to push your knuckles down, palms face the floor, stomach in, forearms frame the face. Exhale, now use your knuckles to push your head back, squeeze your palms together, wrists together, forearms, elbows touch. Inhale, head down, keep the weight in your heels, thighs tight, glutes tight, lock your legs. Exhale, head up, weight stays in your heels, hips a little forward, hip muscles contracting, kneecaps lift. Inhale, head down as you inhale, stomach in, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, even as you exhale, stomach in, look back, stretch your arms forward, elbows touch, pointing away from you. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change. Arms down, you can roll out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring all your knuckles underneath your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Arms forward, elbows touch away from your body. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up, 6, go slow, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down, use the full 6 seconds to inhale, take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up, use the full 6 seconds to exhale. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. So through this breathing exercise, we're working on our lung health, and we're also starting to check in with our body. Exhale, head up. So as you become more aware of your body, make sure just your head drops back. No backward bending, no duck butt, no sway back. Inhale, head down. So it's just the neck and arms are moving. Imagine you could lean your whole body against a wall behind you, spine straight from the side. Exhale, head up. Just your head drops back. Keep the shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down, last breath, second set. Make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time. Let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Very nice change, arms down. You can roll out your shoulders and head. We'll continue. Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet pose. Feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Nice tight grip. Stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, reach up a little taller. So you're reaching up and over rather than down and out. When you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels. Push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line. Slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Right away, you'll notice that it might look like I'm bending to the left when in fact I am bending to the right. I'm not mirroring you. You are welcome to follow my words or my body. Either way, just know that we will do the right side of postures first in this style of yoga. So keep that in mind if you ever get a little bit mixed up. Keep the weight in your heels. Push your hips more forward, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Right shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line. Come down, push, 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 change, inhale to come up, stop in the middle, hips forward, arms back, stretch up tall, and slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right, coming down without bending your elbows, without bending your knees. So in yoga, it's always about form before depth. If you're coming down super deep, but the knees and elbows are bending, won't feel so good tomorrow, right? Stay light, stay lifted, make your breath your number one priority. If you ever find that you're holding your breath or like making an anguished face, right, might be a sign that you're going a little too far. You always want to be able to breathe with a relaxed face. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, arm back, right hip forward, left shoulder forward, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, first back bend of the day. I'll show you from the side. This is the only posture I can't show and tell at the same time. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open and relax your head back as far as it goes. Look for the floor behind you. You can even give your head a gentle shake. Eyes open, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine backward bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back, bend your total spine backward bending. Keep the weight in your heels, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, good. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, stomach in, bend your knees, fold. Hands to floor, relax your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, and flexible. Padasasana, hands to feet pose, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or even your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Roll forward a little bit, lift your hips up a little bit, and stretch your spine down. One day, top of the head comes towards the feet. Good, change, come on up, arms with your ears. Knees can bend. Try to come up with a straight spine, flat back. Nice, arms down. And you stand a little taller. That's the whole goal. Second set, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead. Palms together, interlock fingers. Release index fingers, cross thumbs. Maybe switch grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Bring the weight into your heels and your arms with your ears. Stomach in, lift up, and slowly bend to the right as you press your hips to the left. Come down without bending your elbows and knees, without holding your breath. Make sure you're breathing, make sure you're stretching and pushing, equal simultaneous 50-50. The more you stretch, the more you push, the deeper you go. Keep the weight in your heels, hips more forward, upper body back, left hip forward, 2 hips in line, right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, 2 shoulders in line. Come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly drop to the left as you press your hips to the right. So there's cues throughout class. It's usually 3 words like push, 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 kick, 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 twist, twist, twist. Those are cues at end of postures to get deeper. They do not have to apply to you. If you are new, if you're dealing with an illness or an injury, if you just woke up on the wrong side of the bed today, take it easy. All you have to do is breathe. When you're ready, right hip forward, 2 hips in line, left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, second heart opener. Squeeze your palms together the whole time. Deep breath, full lungs, relax your head back, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears like you're tracing your fingers along the ceiling down the back wall. Whole spine backward bending, and by extension, whole front of the body stretching. Keep the weight in your heels. Push your hips forward, push your hands away from your face, squeeze your palms together up to the wrists, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, bend your knees, go down, flat back, hands to floor, relax your head. Go for another rock, move your hips, shake your head. Notice what's a little bit more loose in the second set, what's still a little tight and tender, no right or wrong. Second set, Padasasana, hands to feet pose. Here we go. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Pull on your heels, push your big toes down,
Lift your hips up, push your knees back, try to lock your knees. Good, change, come on up.
Arms with your ears, hands together, knees can bend. Very nice, arms down. And you let that one go. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, not too wide of a step. Insides of your feet perfectly parallel, like 11s. Arms up, parallel to the floor. Tricep muscles tight, nothing loose or hanging. Stomach in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with. 100% of your body weight in your heels, sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in, now lean your upper body back. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight, sit down one more inch and lift up, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, good. Change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide for surface area, and now come up all the way on your tippy toes like a ballerina. So we're starting to play with balance. Lift your heels, stretch up first, bend your knees, and sit down. Lean back, touch your head and hips to a wall behind you. Stomach in, heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together. Let your heels come a little bit off the floor and slowly sit down with control. You can stop whenever you want or keep sitting down until there's a ½ inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward. Lift your chest. Soften your shoulders, re-engage your fingertips and triceps. Change, slowly come up, knees together, lean back, good. Heels down, right foot back, arms down, take a breath. Shoulders down, good. Second set, step your right foot to the right, same footprint. I'll show you from the side. Insides of your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, triceps tight, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. So for my new folks, I will try to show you from front vision and from side vision. That doesn't mean that you have to turn to the side, right? You can look forward the whole time. The goal here is to sit down, thighs parallel to the floor, and then start to lift up, stomach in, lift your chin up, chest up. Good, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips a little forward, concentrate, meditate, levitate, lift your heels, stretch up, don't even blink your eyes, lift up a little higher, bend your knees, sit down. Lower abdomen in the whole time. Stomach in, triceps tight, heels up, knees up, lean back, change. Inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze knees together, keep the insides of your feet parallel, just knees touch, lift your heels and slowly sit down. The slower you do, the better you do. That's where you build the strength, the balance, the control. Stop when there's still a gap between your heels and your butt, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight from the side. Looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, knees together, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana. Take a moment, identify your right side, identify your left side. Don't mix them up. Remember, I'm not mirroring you. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right elbow under left elbow. Cross first at the elbows, again if you can at the wrists, palms together, thumbs towards your face. You can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down into a chair, stay down there, and bring your right leg over your left leg as high as possible. Right leg over left leg, cross twist. And try to wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit a little bit lower, lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. We'll do the left side. Bring your left arm under your right arm. Left under right, palms together, thumbs towards your face, pinkies away from your face. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down, just like chair pose, awkward pose. Try to sit your hips into a chair, stay down there, and bring your left leg over your right leg. Left over right, cross twist, and eventually wrap your left foot behind your right calf muscle. On this side, bring your knees to the left and upper body to the right. You want wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankles, weight in your heel. Challenge yourself to sit down a little bit lower and lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Second set. Right arm under left arm. Bicep under tricep. Try to get your fingers in line. Notice if your hands are to the left of your face. Pull your hands back to center, left shoulder down, 2 shoulders in line. Bend your knees, sit down. Try to keep your hips low and bring your right leg over your left leg, hamstring over quadricep. If you can wrap your foot, try to eliminate the gap between your right ankle and left calf muscle. So you start to actually point your right foot rather than flex your left foot. Push your left hip forward, 2 hips in line. Right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Sit down like you're sitting down into a chair. Lift your chin up, chest up. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, last one. Left arm, under right arm. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit down. Stay down there and bring left leg over right leg. So every posture builds on the next one, right? You've heard before, right hip forward, 2 hips in line. Left shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line. You've heard sit down into a chair. And here we're starting to transition into balancing postures, right? We'll be balancing on one foot for a while. If you ever fall out of a balancing posture, that's really normal, right? You just take a moment to breathe and then you hop back in so you always finish on one foot. Sit down and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, arms down, party time. Grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers. So again, every sequence or every posture in this style of yoga builds for the next one. So it's interesting, as an example that I'll give you, most styles of eagle pose that we just did, you would lift the arms up. So sometimes I'll have people say like, why don't we lift the elbows up in this style of yoga? Well, we want to pull the elbows down to decompress the neck and shoulder so that the neck and shoulder are already decompressed for standing head to knee, right? So there's a lot of little really smart things that go on in this style of yoga that we're not even aware of, where our body is very much prepared for this posture that we're about to do because of all of the ones that we just did, right? So you're in the right place to try standing head to knee, Dandayamana Janu Shrasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot. Lift your right thigh up, parallel to the floor, point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face, stomach in. Option to stay right here. You're working on your balance, your strength, your flexibility. When you're ready, you're gonna round down and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. This is the setup for standing head to knee. Standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee if you've been coming for a while and you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, that's too easy. No lower, that can hurt your back. Standing leg locked. If both legs locked, start to bend elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles, bring your chest and shoulder down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse out. Shift your weight to your right leg, evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot. Lift your left thigh up, point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. This is a really good way to strengthen the ankle and stretch the calf and Achilles. Stomach in the whole time. Option to stay here or press your hips forward and round your spine so eventually you pick up your foot. Notice if your butt is sticking out a whole bunch, you want to press your hips forward from the get-go so that your hip is over your knee, over your ankle. You're using the strength of your standing leg muscles to keep your joints in place. When you're ready, slowly, gently lift your left leg up. It's a real kick your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. Evenly distribute your body weight on your standing foot. So notice if all the weight is in your heel, you should actually be able to pick your heel off the floor for a second. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and then bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, bring your chest and shoulders down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back, do a little back bend, or knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your right leg up, flex your toes back, make sure you're breathing. Stomach in, hips forward, round down, and pick up your foot. All 10 fingers interlocked. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. When you're ready, lift your right leg up. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up so your knee is over your ankle, not your toe. If both legs lock, bend elbows down.
Elbows go below calf muscles and you can balance. Tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. Lock your knee, stomach in, eyes open. Take your time as you reverse out, go slow. Good for you. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, contract your inner thigh as well as your outer thigh. Lift your right kneecap up. Lift left thigh up, flex your toes back, engage your abdominal wall, hips forward, round down, and pick up your left foot. Nice tight grip, all 10 fingers interlocked. Stomach in, hips forward, face relaxed. Here we go. Lift your left leg up. Notice if your heel is turning in, that's the hip opening out. You want to bring your left heel a little to the left so your hips stay square. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead on your knee, hold wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out, step by step. Good for you. So that was a forward curl. Next, we do a back bend. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana, feet together. Bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Woo, reach back without turning. Don't be so excited without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone. Bring your left arm up and back with your ear, right hip forward, knees together. Lift your left kneecap, point your right toes. Take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand. Simultaneously, slowly charge your body forward. The trick is to go slow. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, in other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade, scapula coming out of the body. Kicking, stretching, equal simultaneous 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever, so kick really hard. Bring the body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly kick yourself up. Very nice. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back. Without turning or twisting your shoulder, elbow, or wrist, keep everything rotating out. Reach back and pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your right arm up, left hip forward, knees together. Lift your chin, lift your chest, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously, kick your left leg back and up. Kicking and stretching equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever, so kick really hard. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot coming over the top of your head. From the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, slide right shoulder forward. Body down more, chest up more. Try to touch your big toe to the ceiling. Kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Whew. Slowly come up, feet together, arms down, take a breath. So if you always fall out of the posture every time, do a little bit less, go a little slower. If you're like me, you always stay in every time, let's try to make ourselves fall out, right? Go a little bit deeper, or try that, that hip or shoulder adjustment that you should be doing, but you kind of skip it because it means you can stay in, right? Do the thing that scares you a little bit. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, right hip forward, left arm up, knees together. So lock your left leg, but make sure you're not grabbing the floor with your left toes. Point your right toes, stretch up, and slowly kick into your hand, stretch forward, and breathe through your nose. Again, if you always fall out, do a little bit less. If you always stay in, switch it up. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, right hip down. That's the hard one for me, left hip back. Chin and chest lifted, left arm forward, body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Whew. Kick yourself up. Last one, left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, right arm up, left hip forward, thighs together. Lock your right leg, Point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So you're gonna feel the posture in your body as you move in real time and real space. Left hip down, best way to fall is forward, right hip back. So left hip down, right hip back. That's working on the hip alignment. Body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Kick yourself up. Good for you. Come to the back of your mat and towel, Tula Dandasana, balancing stick, feet together. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, and lean back. Puff up your chest. Step your right foot forward. Shift your weight to your right foot. Stretch up. Point your left toes and tilt like a very slow moving seesaw. Arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel to the floor from the side. Body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back. Step your left foot forward, a big step. Stretch up, point your right toes, lift up, and tilt. The slower you do, the better you do. It's a short posture, but that doesn't mean you want to fling yourself into it. Slowly bring the chest down, chin forward, leg up. Squeeze your palms together, up to the wrists. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. And remember that it's always form before depth. Second set, arms up, palms together, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, lean back. Step your right foot forward, stretch up, point your left toes, and tilt. So if you're coming down all the way but the hips are out of alignment and the knees are bending, better to stay light and lifted, 2 hips in line, back flat, arms with your ears, slowly come down, stretch, change, left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, stretch up, stomach in, point your right toes and tilt. So try to drop your right hip down, spiral your inner right thigh up, bring your right foot a little to the right so the sole of your foot is flat to the ceiling. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Change. Right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. You are welcome to come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the next 3 postures in which we will balance on 2 legs. I will continue to face you. Standing, separate leg stretching. Dandayamana Bikattapada Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 4 feet minimum, arms down parallel to the floor. Toes in, heels out, chest up, swan dive forward. Look forward, all the way down. Very nice. Grab your heels from behind. If you can't grab your heels, you can grab the outsides of your feet, pinky toes. You can also start with your hands on the floor in front of you. For my friends with tight knees, tight hamstrings, or for my lucky friends who have very long legs, a bigger step will serve you well. Everybody roll forward, find your edge. You want your hips over your heels. Lift your hips up, push your knees back a little bit and lock your legs. Pull and stretch. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching, 360-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Very nice. Change. Slowly come up. Take your time as blood flow reverses. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, and arms down. If your forehead touched the floor in the first set, take a smaller step. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor, take a little bit of a bigger step. Here we go, arms up, stretching pose. Step your right foot to the right, the step that works for you. Longer torso, shorter legs, smaller step. Longer legs, shorter torsos, bigger step. Lock your legs, lift your chest, swan dive forward. Good. If you can grab your heels or the outsides of your feet, I'm gonna show you from the side. If you can grab your feet, rather than bending your elbows out like you would in Ashtanga, you're gonna bend your elbows back. Elbows to calves, shoulders to ceiling, stomach in, belly button to spine. Everybody roll forward. You want your hips over your knees. Start to pull stomach through thighs, chest through knees. One day head touches the floor in between your feet. Very nice. Change. Slowly come up. Try to come up with a straight spine, straight legs, hips forward. Good. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, and arms down. I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water here. Just like old times. Okay, standing. Nope, not standing. We're gonna do triangle, Trikonasana. Standing triangle. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right. Big step, 4 feet minimum. Arms down parallel to the floor. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back. Turn your right foot out. Left toes in a little bit. Inhale. Bend your right leg and lunge. You can bounce a couple times. You can take a bigger step if it helps. Bend your right knee as low as you can. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Right elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling. Look up towards the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Profile of your face visible to the side of your mat. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow and lift your right side body off of your right thigh. Turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg. Right toes in, left toes out, make sure your heels are in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. You can bounce a couple times to gain control, and you can take a bigger or smaller step. Keep your right leg locked the whole time, bend your left knee. Sit down and move your arms. Left elbow in front of the knee, right arm up to the ceiling. Look up towards the ceiling, make sure all 5 fingers together. Thumb with your index finger, triceps tight. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbow. Lift your left side torso off of your left thigh. Sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist, lock your right leg. Keep your whole right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, push the left heel into the floor to come up. Left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, arms down. For those of you that did the hip opening yin class with me yesterday, I don't know about you, but I can feel my hips in this posture. So good hip opener. Second set triangle, arms over your head. Step your right foot to the right, big step. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, right toes out, left toes in, bend your right leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. So notice if your left hip is higher than your right hip. The goal here is to drop the left hip down, so your hips and knee are all in line parallel to the floor. Look up, stretch up, left arm up, right arm down. You want to feel this huge stretch across your chest. Bring your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your heels are in line. Okay, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingers just between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. You're stronger than that. Look up towards the ceiling. Bring your right ear back a little bit. Right thigh down, right arm up, turn, twist, stomach in, lock your right leg. Keep your whole right foot, even pinky toe, flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head. Very nice. Arms down. Going inward, slowing down. So your heart rate might have increased in the last posture, at least mine did a little bit. So it can be hard to slow down, right? In this next posture, we're gonna go slower, but it takes a little bit of intentionality to slow down. Standing separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikattapada, Janu Sharasana. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, thumbs cross. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, at least 3 feet, maybe 4 feet. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. Turn your back toes in. Push your left hip forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down. Chin to chest, stomach in. Bend your front leg if you need to. Take a bigger step if you need to. Try to touch your knee and head together. This is a rounded spine posture. It's really good for strengthening, massaging the front of the body. It's really good for opening the back, but it can be a little bit intense. So if rounding your spine this much feels like it's pulling or tugging, or if you have a history of slip discs, this head to knee Janu Sharasana posture is one to be careful of. Eventually forehead and knee touch, but you're never forcing your body. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lock both legs, walk your hands back together, thumbs crossed, arms with your ears. Change, slowly uncurl. The slower you do, the more strength and balance you get. Head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels. Turn your back toes in. Push your right hip forward, forward, forward. Palms together. Notice if your pinkies are coming apart. Palms together. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest. And slowly go down. Try to feel each part of your back moving. hips forward towards the ribs, belly button in towards the ceiling. Bend your left leg if you need to. I do. Touch your knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, breathing normal. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your left front leg. Left hip up, right hip forward, 2 hips in line. Push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs. Walk your hands back together, thumbs crossed. Change, slowly uncurl. Right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Very nice. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Second set, head to knee, Janu Shrasana. Arms up, palms together, thumbs crossed. Maybe other thumb on top, go wild. Step your right foot to the right, a big step, at least 36 inches. Pivot on your heels. Turn back toes in, push left hip forward, right hip back. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, stomach in, go down. So stomach in the whole time, chin to chest the whole time. Bend your front leg, chin to chest, touch your knee and head together, front side compression, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, breathing normal. Look towards your hips. Is one hip higher than the other? You're gonna try and even out the hips. Press the left hip forward, right hip back, so 2 hips are in line. That way both sides of your back round equally the same. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest, arms with ears, hands together, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. I'm going to show you from the front. So the goal is to keep your arms with your ears, but as you work on shoulder mobility, eventually arms will be behind your ears. Whoa, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So one day arms behind the ears, pushing the chin to chest. If you have shoulder mobility issues, right, you know that that's not right for you. Don't force the shoulders, chin to chest, fingers beyond the big and second toe. Pull the abdomen in. Take a few slow breaths here. Okay, push your forehead into your knee. Lock both legs, hands together, change. Eventually, arms behind the ears, head pushes the arms up, head up, last. Very nice. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, float your arms down. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose, Tadasana. We are entering into the hip opening series, transitioning towards the floor. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Try to put your foot on top of your thigh. In a lot of styles of yoga, tree pose, foot is inside the thigh. In this style, we want foot on top of the thigh. You can hold on to your foot from underneath your foot with your left hand, or even both hands. Touch your heel to your costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. If you can balance left hand up. Notice if one hip is forward, try to press the right hip forward, right knee down, 2 hips in line. Good, change. Slowly lower your right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg. Contract inner thigh, outer thigh. Lift your right kneecap up and lift your left thigh up. Heel to costume. Slowly let your left knee drop. Never force your knees. Left hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, right hand up. 95% of the time, my foot slides on this side, but I try it every time because every once in a while, like today, it sticks and it is so sweet, right? If you fall out 5 times of a posture, you always hop back in 6, just for that chance that sometimes something kind of magical happens. Hips forward, chest up. Good, change, left leg down. So never, ever, ever give up. Toe stand, Padangustasana, pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you, don't move your eyes, lock your left leg, lift your right leg up. This time your foot can be anywhere above your knee, anywhere on the thigh is great. If your foot has a history of sliding, hold on to your foot on the way down. Otherwise, you can bring your hands together, stomach in, and start to fold forward. Hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. As you sit, you want the weight in your arms rather than your left knee. Once you can sit down, walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. It's a little bit of a wobbly but fun process. Left hand up to the center of your chest. If you can balance, right hand up, palms together, Namaskar. Elbows down, spine straight, maybe come a 1/2 inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg first, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Good, change right leg down. I'll show you this one from the side. Lock your right leg, lift your left leg up, slowly let your left knee drop, left hand, and if you can balance right hand, you're gonna fold forward. If you've been coming for a while, try to go down with a flat back. Lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. So eventually you never round your spine in the posture. Walk your hands back, lift your chest up, make sure you're having fun. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, chest up, come a 1/2 inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor first. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then push your hips forward. Try to come up with a flat back. Very nice. Change. Left leg down. Honor yourself. Give yourself high five, fist bump. Turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I'm going to adjust our camera angle just a little bit here. Okay, wonderful. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, palms face the ceiling. Eyes open, mouth closed. Breathing normal. Take a slow inhale through your nose. And a slow exhale through your nose. As we transition to the floor, right, we shift our focus from looking forward to looking to the ceiling. Blood pressure might shift a little bit. Spine might lengthen to the floor. So as all these sensations, this literal shift in perspective occurs when you lie on your back, notice where your mind wanders. See if you can just return your thoughts towards your breath, towards your body, the rise and fall of your chest with each inhale and exhale. Pavana Muktasana, Wind Removing Pose. Bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin just below the knee, nice tight, white knuckle grip. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body, pull down extra hard, maximum pressure in your lower abdomen, massaging your ascending colon. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, nice tight grip. Pull your knee out to the left, down towards your shoulder, keep your head on the floor, try to keep your right leg on the floor. If your right calf doesn't naturally touch the floor, flex your toes back to your face. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class. Good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone joint skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Good, change, arms down and eyes open. So tree pose, toe stand, Savasana, and this posture, wind removing pose, Pavana Muktasana, they are all part of the hip opening series. So again, if you did the hip opening in class with me yesterday, my hips are screaming in this posture. I don't know about you, but just a reminder, sometimes we don't realize that this posture is connected to the last 2 balancing postures we did before we hit the floor, but they're all part of this hip mobility sequence in the middle of class. Second set, bend your right leg up, pull your knee out and down. So you could kind of imagine if you were looking at yourself from a bird's eye view, if you were to just like bring your right foot into the center of your body and drop your right knee down, right, you would be in tree pose, right? So it's a different hip mobility, but it's still focusing on the hip capsule, hip joint change, right? Like down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. So on that note, try to keep your hips in line. Notice if your left hip is sneaking towards your left armpit. From a bird's eye view, you would want your 2 shoulders and your 2 hips even in parallel, one not higher than the other. Change, left leg down, both legs lift up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug. Make sure your heels are in line, side by side, not crisscross. When you line up your heels, you line up your hips and by extension your spine, right? So eventually the whole spine starts to slowly lengthen towards the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. And some of you have had this experience, you've been practicing for a while. When you first come to class and you try to grab your elbows, you're a big roly-poly-oly, right? But slowly over time, the back starts to lengthen to the floor. Now, there's no way that you could have forced your back into the floor in the first class, right? A lot of it is just showing up and giving yourself a hug, right? We know that in this posture, but sometimes in other postures, we think, if I just kick a little harder, I'll do the standing splits today, right? The same way that we don't force like this posture that we just did with removing pose, you're also never forcing like standing bow or standing head to knee. It's simply showing up and doing a little bit every day, and slowly it adds up. So just keep that in mind. Next, we're gonna do a straight leg sit-up. If you have any concerns about your back today, please skip the sit-up, roll off to the side, meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, cross your thumbs, heels on the floor, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Round your spine, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Very nice. Everybody turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra. Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling like grasshopper wings. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, very nice. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor, the rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent, they make an L, a 90-degree angle like a rectangle. Hug your arms into your sides, stretch your elbows towards your hips, shoulders down, away from your ears. Don't forget about your cobra's tail. Keep your feet together, toes, heels touch, lock your legs, squeeze your butt. Push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change slowly with control, lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Try to get at least one good, deep, slow breath in between every set of every posture. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat just below your shoulders, all 10 fingers pointing forward, all 10 toes pointing back. Feet together, lock your legs, look up and lift. So think about a zipper here. You're zipping everything up, nice long body from a bird's eye view. Feet together, toes, heels touch, squeeze your butt, push your feet down, hips down, make sure hands are flat, shoulders back and down away from the ears, lift your chest. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, heels open. If it aggravates your neck and shoulders to look left and right, that's really normal. As you look to the left, you can bend one or both hands up towards your face. When you look to the right, same thing. That'll take some pressure off of the neck and shoulders. Lokesh, Shalabhasana, everybody's favorite posture. Bring your chin forward, arms straight position. Rotate your shoulders and arms so your palms face the floor, thumbs outside, pinky fingers inside. Option to keep your arms out to the side, or as you're ready, bring your arms underneath your body to stretch the tendons and ligaments and create a little bit of a tourniquet effect on your joints. So one day arms are underneath the body, one day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Spread your fingers wide. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. Stretch your big toe to the back wall, lift your heel up to the ceiling, hold and breathe. Change, right leg down. Relax right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. Notice, especially my flexi folks, are you pushing your wrists and elbows down? Try to push your knuckles and shoulders down instead. Triceps tight, lift your thigh, change. Left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. So you want a nice neutral long neck here, mouth on your mat. Arms a little closer underneath you, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Come up, everybody come up. You can do it, struggle a little harder. Don't give up, knees together, feet together, roll forward. Use your hips and forearms for leverage. Lift your legs, change, lower down. Bring your arms out. Look to the right, left ear on your mat, breathing in. And let it all go through the exhale breath. Second set, chin forward, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can. One day pinky fingers touch, spread your fingers wide. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Lift it up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change, right leg down, relax right leg, lock left leg, point left toes, lift your left leg up. There's an interesting thing in like sports psychology where if I start counting, you'll do it a little bit faster. And for whatever reason, if I count down rather than count up, it's more motivating. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin in. Did you know that counting down rather than counting up is more motivating to humans? I don't know why that is. Mouth down, shoulders down. I have some guesses. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up, come up. Everybody come up, struggle a little harder. Whenever we're confronted with a finite amount of time, we rush a little bit more. Mouth down, shoulders down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, lift your thighs up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out, releasing the tourniquet effect. Look to the left, right ear on your mat, slow inhale. Easy exhale. Purna Shalabhasana, full locust, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up towards the ceiling, and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor. So good, like a 747 taking off. Just your hip bones on the floor, the rest of your body's in the air. Look up towards the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow. Knees together, feet together, squeeze your butt. Lock your legs, point your toes, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right, left ear on your mat. So there's all sort of like fitness psychology around how to motivate people, right? Or like not even in sports or fitness, but in other things, right? We're always like companies are interested in like, how do I motivate my employees? What I often talk about in class, there's way to motivate people through fear and there's way to motivate people through a more love-based approach. Fear-based approaches to fitness will get you to do the thing in the moment. If you are hearing a teacher say like, you're stronger than this, you can do it, right? You're not like the other people. If you hear stuff like that, you're gonna do the posture, but it's not sustainable, right? So when we do more loving gestures towards ourselves, maybe we're not like quite so motivated in the moment, but we end up coming back, right? Because our yoga, our meditation, our running, whatever our fitness is, our Peloton, whatever it is, it's a love-based approach where we come to fitness, we come to embodied practices as a reminder of our inherent worth rather than using fitness to try to prove that we are worthy. Does that make sense? Come towards your yoga practice, your fitness, whatever it is, as a reminder of who you are rather than trying to be something that you are not. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out, feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift. So in yoga, you can be exactly who you are. You do not have to change. If you are like an angry, pissed off, salty yogi, go for it. We need more of you. If you are like butterflies, rainbows, unicorn yogi, go for it. We need more of you. Come exactly as you are. Knees, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, squeeze your butt, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change. Slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, right ear on your mat. There's no cookie cutter here, right? You can be exactly as you are in body and in mind. Dhanurasana, floor bow, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling and start to kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Very nice. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and your hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in. Feet out, wrist straight, point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change. Slowly lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat. If you've ever been to a fancy steakhouse, at the bottom, like after they talk about the steaks, they'll be like enhancements, right? And it's like, would you like a beurre blanc or a hollandaise or like a lobster tail, right? You know what I'm talking about? There's enhancements to your steak. Think of yoga as like an enhancement to the already beautiful person you are. It is just making who you are even more shiny, even more full of light and love. It is not changing you from, you know, a porterhouse to a prime rib, right? You're the same steak. We're just like adding a lobster tail. Second set, bring your chin forward, but all vegan, of course. Chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. Roll forward, freeze between your ribs and hips. Do little sips of air in and out through the nose. This is the last posture on your stomach. You might as well do it. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight, point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, lower down, look to your left, right ear on your mat, breathing in and breathing out. Bring your chin forward, hands to the floor. Push up, come to the top of your mat, Supta Vajrasana, fixed firm. I'm going to show you from the side. Start in tabletop, open your knees and your feet. And as you're ready, slowly walk your hands back and sink your hips down. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time, until one day eventually or in the future, you can sit your hips down between your heels. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If you can sit between your heels with your knees on the floor and your toes pointing back, put your hands on your feet, bend your right elbow down, knees on the floor, left elbow down, knees on the floor. Drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, thighs, and hips, but never a point of pain. A little bit goes a long way. Change. Put your hands on your feet. Push yourself up slowly with control. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Remember that if at any point the sit-ups bother your back, you can always skip sit-ups by rolling off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, heels on the floor. Wonderful. Come to the top of your mat, second set, fixed firm. If first set was rough, try opening your knees wider. If first set was easy, maybe knees together. Slowly as you're ready, walk your hands back. Another pro tip, you can put your hands on your calves and flip your calf muscles out if you have big calves. Eventually sitting between your heels, never force your body. Put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. So what I just described in 10 seconds takes some people 10 years, and you know what? That's okay, because when you get there, nobody can take that achievement away from you, right? Always keep trying, never, ever, ever give up. Change. Hands to feet, push yourself up. Head up last, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So we are simultaneously working on our patience and our determination. Outside of yoga, those things can seem diametrically opposed, right? Inside of yoga, we learn actually, when you do those in tandem, things work out. Takes a little bit longer, but they're sustainable. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good. Come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, Ardha Karmasana. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. Chin away from your chest, stomach in, forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward and sink your hips down. One day, forehead touches the floor, hips touch the heels at the same time. Doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. If your hips are way lifted off the floor, that's really normal and it's not a bad thing. You just want to feel a big stretch. So reach your arms forward, sink your hips back, stretch, stretch, stretch. Change, come on up. You can always walk yourself in and out of it or come up, arms with your ears. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Getting a nice, deep, slow breath between every posture. Legs together, arms over your head. Keep your arms with your ears, sit up. Very nice. Okay, come to the back of your mat, second set. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, other thumb on top. Go wild, stretch up and go down. Chin away from your chest. Pinky fingers together, that's the hard one. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Good, change, come on up, feet together, knees together, hands together, arms down, turn around, Shavasana. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat for for camel pose, first set, Ustrasana. Stand on your knees, I'm showing you from the side, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. If your knees bother you standing on your knees, you can always roll up your mats. There's more padding under them. Put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers towards the floor. Simply standing on your knees like this can stimulate the central nervous system. If you feel a little dizzy, nauseous, or lightheaded in this posture, it is not a reflection of you, it's just your nervous system doing its thing, so keep that in mind. When you're ready, look up towards the ceiling, lift your nose, lift your chin, one day head drops back. Option to stay here if you're already feeling it, or as you're ready, go back halfway, freeze in the middle. You can stay here with your hands on your back, or right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. If you can't grab your heels, or if you have to lean way back to grab your heels, keep your hands on your back. It's a more supported back bend. Change. Put your hands on your back. If they're not, they're all ready. And push yourself up, ideally without twisting your spine. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around. Savasana. So again, if you feel your central nervous system kick in there, you get that lizard brain, fight, flight, or freeze, collapse response. That's very normal. When we open the front of the body, can wake up the body, can wake up the nervous system. It's not necessarily a bad thing, right? We want to stretch out the front of that body. We have this big nerve system in the solar plex area, the solar plex nerve system. Big bundle of nerves, right? Like a big bundle of computer wires. You want to stretch it out the same way that you want to stretch out your computer wires so you don't have an electrical fire, right? Same thing with the nerves. It just feels a little bit awkward when you're in it, or a little intense, right? Or even like an exorcism, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat. Second set, you can open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, still keep 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your back. You can try bringing your elbows closer together behind you, hips forward, look up. When you're ready, lift your head, eventually go back halfway. If it feels good, grab your heels, doesn't have to be today. Hips forward, chest up, head back, hold still and breathe. Good, change, put your hands on your back, push yourself up, very nice. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. The floor is your friend, let it hold you up. Take a breath here on the floor. Just picture your whole body stretching out, realigning, everything lengthening, softening to the floor. Let's keep going. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. So check it out, back bends stimulate the nervous system, so very much on purpose. We do a bunch of forward curls after it, starting with Rabbit Sasangasana, right? Very much on purpose. Knees, feet together, this is a calming, cooling posture. Hips on your heels, then make L's with your hands like little bunny ears, and grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down, chin to chest. Stomach in, forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one. That head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together. Lift your shoulders up. Suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl. Vertebra by vertebra, head up last. Turn around, Savasana. There's a line in the dialogue for this posture. It goes forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. So you can go like anywhere in the world. And if you have like an old school Bikram teacher, you'll hear them say that, forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. I always think I was at a yoga competition once, which I describe as Comic-Con for yoga nerds, people who are like really nerdy about yoga. And somebody was like demoing rabbit pose. And I just heard these two 20-something like nerdy yoga kids in the audience, and one was like, yeah, automatically top of head to floor. But it's true, right? If you really round your spine, top of your head will automatically touch the floor. So just keep that in mind. It's more about forehead to knees. Top of head will come down automatically. Ready? Arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So second set, rabbit, let's do it. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Chin to chest, stomach in, forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor. Pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl. So your head comes up last, turn around, Savasana. One of the things that I love about this style of yoga is like, you know, it's practiced around the world, but there's weird like sub clubs or groups within it of like people that get really intense about it. And one of the cool things about COVID is you can take virtual classes with some of these teachers that would normally be like traveling around the world, charging like $100, you know, for a special session at a studio. So if you're ever interested in getting like really nerdy about this style of yoga, let me know. And I have some fun people that are teaching virtual classes right now that you can nerd out with. Okay, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. We're gonna do 2 quick sets of head to knee with stretching. It'll go fast. Right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs, make an L, a 90-degree angle. Inhale your arms over your head, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Bend your right leg, touch your knee and head together. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing, under the ball of your foot, flex your toes back to your face. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping sit-up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, realign, and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your middle and index fingers, thumbs on top. Scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. So in this posture, you want to have a flat back. Rather than rounding your spine, arch your spine. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees, pull and stretch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Arms down, eyes open, slow inhale. Easy exhale. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Second set, head to knee with stretching, right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L, no wider. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing, under the ball of your foot, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll in to the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. If it's easy to touch your forehead and knee together with a bent leg, keep going. So if you can straighten or even lock your leg. One day heel comes off the floor, one day elbows to floor, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you, option to stay here or lay back and sit up. Second set, stretching, bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, right, left. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, puff up your chest, and fold forward, stomach to thighs, pull, chest to knees, stretch. Notice if the shoulders are rounding, roll the shoulders back and down, push your chest and head forward. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Last posture of the day is a spine twist, meant to reset your back after all of your hard work. It should feel really good. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Ardha Matsyendrasana, spinal Lord of the Fish pose. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner. Right arm close behind you, left arm up and over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, hand, heel, and knee all touch. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you or wrap it behind you for a half bind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs, show you from the side. Can bend your right leg on the floor or have your right leg straight. Left arm behind you, right arm up and over. Grab right knee with right hand, hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. You can keep your hand behind you or do the half bind. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. We begin 26 into yoga with a breathing exercise. We end class full circle with a breathing exercise. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Wonderful, come to the middle of your mat for final breathing, Kapalabhati. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. You can lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4,
4, 3, 2, 1. So all you do is exhale through your mouth. As you exhale, pull your abdomen in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs will automatically but subtly take in air. If you are an overthinker, as I am, this is your breathing exercise, because the less you think about it, the easier it is, right? Second set, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself, give yourself a hug, high five, pat on the back, turn around, final savasana. You can close your eyes, open your arms and legs. If you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time, final savasana. So to be sure, in yoga, we're not like completely turning off our brains, right? We're not zombies, we're not part of a cult. I hope to God you're not just like mindlessly doing what I'm telling you to do if it does not work for your body, right? We're thinking a little bit, but yoga is an opportunity to turn off the overthinking, right? The anxious thinking, the attached thinking, the like what if or what about thinking. It's an opportunity to be wise, not just in how you're moving your body, but like how you're, using your breath, how you're even using your brain cells, right? So just it's a nice safe space opportunity to notice the difference between working hard and working smart. In yoga, we work smart as well as hard, but sometimes we realize that, you know what, the smartest thing to do is a little bit less with the body, a little bit less with the mind. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. And all is coming.